Coming up on Daily Iowan TV, election season is in full swing and we will give you everything you need to know.
And later, we'll show you a new place where you can get grab-and-go sushi.
We break down Iowa's matchup with number 6 Ohio State.
Our predictions are also coming up later on.
The National Weather Service is experiencing problems with weather balloon launching. Find out more in weather.
All that and more coming up on this Friday morning edition of Daily Iowan TV.
Don't go anywhere. Daily Iowan TV starts right now.
Good morning and thank you for tuning in. I'm Becca Scadden.
And I'm Kaylin Cluck. A University of Iowa alumni died while rock climbing. Eric Kleber fell 430 feet from the Flatiron Mountains. According to the Press Citizen, the slippery conditions from snow and rain are most likely what caused him to fall. Kleber grew up in Iowa City and moved to Boulder, Colorado in 2015. His death marks the second fatal fall from this rock formation this year.
A former University of Iowa student is facing federal charges. Yesterday, Trevor Graves appeared in federal court on charges of computer fraud from actions taking place between March 2015 to November 2016. According to the complaint, Graves exceeded authorized access and caused damages of more than $5,000 to a University of Iowa protected computer. Additionally, Graves is accused of changing grades and obtaining copies of exams for himself and for others while at the university. The FBI and University of Iowa's Department of Public Safety are continuing to investigate this situation.
A Cedar Rapids resident was injured last night after a rollover accident. Police arrived on the scene to find a 2003 Hyundai in a ditch. The driver, Lauren Porazil, needed to be taken to Mercy Hospital. According to the press release, she was taken for non-life-threatening injuries. According to the Press Citizen, Porazil lost control of her vehicle after avoiding another vehicle and then rolling into a ditch. The accident occurred at 587 Dow's Road in Cedar Rapids.
The Department of AmeriHealth Curtis, Iowa will lay off 400 people statewide by the end of the year. AmeriHealth chose to withdraw from the state Medicaid program and wants to focus on working collaboratively with Iowa to help with the transition. During AmeriHealth's first year in Iowa, the company had a loss of nearly $300 million. AmeriHealth lost another $65 million as of June 2017, according to the Iowa Insurance Division financial disclosure. And Election Day is right around the corner for the Iowa City Council.
Yes, that's right. And we have ethics and politics reporter Cole Johnson in the studio to break down what this election is all about. Cole?
Good morning, Kaylin and Becca. City Council elections are next Tuesday, and right now there are 3 open seats that are being voted on. 2 of these spots are at-large seats. The 3 at-large candidates running for these 2 seats are Kingsley Botchway, who is a current at-large city councilor, Angela Winicky, who is an Iowa City nighttime mayor, and Mazahir Salih, who is a civil engineer in Sudan and worked with the Center for Worker Justice here in eastern Iowa. Now, the 3rd seat available on City Council represents District B of Iowa City. You don't have to live in this district to be able to vote for these candidates. The first candidate is Ryan Hall, a student at the University of Iowa who has served in AmeriCorps. The second candidate is Susan Mims, who is a current at-large City Council member. Early voting for this election has been taking place since mid-October and will continue until next Monday. To find your local polling place, go to the Johnson County Auditor's website. The Auditor's office will also be open this upcoming Sunday for early voting. I'll be back here next week to break down the numbers of the election after it officially takes place on Tuesday. In the studio, Cole Johnson, Daily Iowan TV.
Thanks, Cole. And Kaylin, we've got a home game this weekend in Kinnick. I'm hoping it's not going to be too cold tomorrow.
I know, exactly. And we've got Lauren in the weather studio to tell us about that and weather balloons. Lauren?
Yeah, we definitely have new information about weather balloons today. Due to understaffing, the National Weather Service has cut back multiple weather balloon launches in Alaska. Behind me is not just an ordinary balloon, it is a weather balloon. The National Weather Service uses weather balloons as instruments to send into the atmosphere to collect information about atmospheric pressure, temperature, humidity, and wind speed. This data is needed for meteorologists to form global weather forecasts. There are 6 locations currently in Alaska with 4 employees needed at each one. When launching, due to the recent short staffing, there has only been 1 to 2 employees at these locations, causing workers to work overtime. Not wanting to continue launching with a high number of vacancies, the National Weather Service has been launching weather balloons less frequently, eliminating 24 balloon launches a week from a normal 68 launches. Now that I've talked about National Weather Service balloons, let's look into local weather for Iowa City. This Friday morning, we can expect partly cloudy skies with temperatures warming up to a high of 50 degrees and later reaching a low of 41. This evening, we can see a 60% chance of rain showers with a high remaining in the low 50s. Now let's take a look at our extended forecast for the week. As we look into the weekend, we can expect scattered rain, showers, and thunderstorms. Tomorrow, we see a 60% chance of rain in the morning with a high of 52. Sunday, we can expect scattered thunderstorms in the morning with a high of 59. Monday, the rain will begin to clear up as we can see partly cloudy skies with a high of 43. Tuesday, the clouds will remain with temperatures staying in the mid-40s. Wednesday, the clouds will begin to clear up as we can expect partly cloudy skies with a high of 48. Try and stay dry this weekend at the football game. Guys, back to you.
There's a new sushi cafe open in downtown Iowa City. Suzuki Sushi and Sake Bar serves East Asian dishes along with offering a full sake and coffee bar. The owner, Kevin Wu, hopes his sushi restaurant can replicate the fast food service seen at taco and pizza places. Offering grab-and-go sushi, food ready made for customers to take out, and a dine-in meal, this restaurant is all about high-quality sushi and a convenient experience. Growing up in Iowa and being married to a University of Iowa alum, he understands what it's like to be a college student at Iowa.
So I know how it feels to be, a student, and I want to start with a market that I'm comfortable with, and that's Iowa City.
Kid captains are kids who are selected to be the honorary captain by the University of Iowa's Children's Hospital for one Iowa football game. This week's captain is Logan Manderfield. Logan Manderfield loves sports, he enjoys swimming, and manages his school's football, basketball, wrestling, and baseball teams. When Logan was around 1 year old, his parents said they found out that he suffered from a genetic disorder that causes muscles to degenerate and become weak. It typically occurs in males and can ultimately affect the heart and lungs as well. But it's his determination and positive attitude that has inspired those around him. All of us here at the DI hope he has a great time cheering on the Hawks.
So Becca, we've got a big game this weekend at Kinnick against Ohio State.
Yeah, Ohio State can't win. Actually, the Hawkeyes have a chance to get their 400th win in Kinnick Stadium this weekend. I don't know. We'll see if that can happen. I'm hopeful. Let's toss it over to Mary Kate and Zach Mackey in our sports studio with more. Guys.
Thanks, guys. Well, it is the week I think everyone has been waiting for. It's Ohio State week. We're welcoming in another top 10 team to Kinnick Stadium, and I'm hoping we make it a good one.
Yeah, no kidding. A top 10 opponent, another electric atmosphere inside Kinnick. It should be fun.
Let's start it off, though. Thoughts on last week. It was nice to finally see Iowa's offense get going early. They scored within the first 4 minutes of the game, and then Noah Fant, I was happy for him, redeemed himself after that Northwestern drop in overtime.
Yeah, Hawks made a statement after not being able to score last week, got to it early. They'd like to see it, I think, a little bit more, only putting up 17 offensive points. I thought they could put up more against a Minnesota team that's struggled defensively throughout the season, so they're going to have their hands full this weekend.
That's right. Well, now, defensive-wise, we've been pretty solid all year. I think we can agree on that one. And we made a lot of progress, too, from the first game, but Josh Jackson has just been outstanding. Jackson has started all 8 games this season at defensive back and leads the country in passes defended with 17 and in passes broken up with 15. He also has 2 interceptions this year, which leads the team, and he was added to the Ben Noreck Award watch list as well.
Well, I'll tell you what, coming into this season, all the questions were who's going to replace Desmond King, if anyone can. The Jim Thorpe Award winner had one side of the defense broke down, and yet Josh Jackson has came up and shined so far in his time at DB here at the University of Iowa. He wasn't on any of these lists. He wasn't anywhere to start this season. He just has made himself a good football player. He's had a tremendous season, like you said, defensively, and it's fun to see him now get that recognition. He's picked as maybe a top-round draft pick.
Yeah, and only started 9 games, and we saw him kind of for the first time in that Outback Bowl last year, so happy for him. But here's what Josie had to say on his teammate, and then what Josh has to say on how his preparation has helped him this season.
He's a shutdown corner. He can shut his, his third of the field down pretty well. He's grown as the games have, come and gone here throughout this year. And he's really been able to understand the defense more, understand his leverage where he needs to be all the time. So he's turned into a great player so far.
I think it just starts with practice and film preparation. I've been studying my opponents a lot harder these past couple of weeks, and it's just on the field I've been noticing formations and plays that they're going to run, so it's been a lot easier these past few weeks than weeks before.
Now, like I said earlier, our defense has been pretty consistent this season, but Ohio State brings in yet another Heisman candidate with quarterback JT Barrett, and the running back J.K. Dobbins is averaging 7.6 yards per carry, which is the 7th in the nation, and their offense is averaging 46 points a game. So what is our defense going to have to do to stop them?
Well, the defense is going to have to play like it's been playing. That defensive line has been able to get to the quarterback quite a lot this season, and they're going to have to win the battle up front. JT Barrett's coming off probably one of his best performances of his entire career. That fourth quarter, he didn't miss a pass. 13 straight. He was down 15 coming into the fourth quarter to Penn State. They came back. Huge win for their program over another top 5 opponent. So they're really rolling right now here into Iowa City.
Well, here's what Iowa had to say on their preparation for the Ohio State offense.
Just a lot of good athletes. At all their skill positions are very talented, and this will probably be the best offensive line we've seen this year as well. So they're a really good football team.
Their quarterback and the running back, much of their saw read stuff, really his elusiveness on the field. We have some guys on the scout team that do a great job, but he's a great player in the backfield. Both of them are. So.
Yeah, definitely. Just every weekend, it's always a challenge to, bring it every weekend and just play our best. And that's what we want to do as a defense. And playing against this team, we want to be able to come in and just play hard defense and just play the best of our ability.
Well, Iowa may get some extra help this weekend because their alternate jerseys are so cool. Don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of the Iowa's Normals jerseys, but this shows a little extra life to these guys, especially when they're on the field. And I think with the number Team 6 coming in, you need all the help you can get. But even though the guys said they were excited, they made sure everyone knows that it's all about how they play in the game.
They're cool. I don't know. I don't pay too much attention to jerseys. I definitely think they're cool. Maybe they'll be cooler if we win. So I think we'll look at it a little better after the game.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's a cool design, and I think it'll be fun to wear, but, at the same time, it's about the game, and, regardless of what we wear, we have to show up ready to play.
But when it comes down to it, a football game's a football game, and, no matter what you're wearing, you got to come out and play.
No, they're cool, they're exciting, but our focus is on the game. So.
Men of Steel, they're barely even cracked a smile, but apparently Coach Ferentz didn't get that show no emotion memo.
Oh, God, I can't, I couldn't sleep. Because we showed the video, you guys probably have seen it now, it came out, right? I couldn't sleep Saturday night. I was so excited, and it was even better to see the helmets. We wore the helmets in practice today, so that was, God, I was trying to concentrate on what we were doing, but I kept looking at those helmets. Those are awesome. Awesome.
Jerseys are sweet. That's why I'm going with Iowa. Inside Kinnick Stadium, 2:30 kickoff. I got the Hawkeyes over the Buckeyes.
You're picking Iowa because of jerseys. Okay, well, I'm going to go with Ohio State because they're Ohio State. That is it for us. Like Zach just said, kickoff is at 2:30 on ESPN. This is the first time in 7 years these two teams will meet and should be another electric game inside Kinnick.
It's not going to be a night game, but it should be a good one. We'll send it back over to you. We'll have all the highlights on Monday.
Thanks, guys. And that's all we have for you on this Friday morning edition of Daily Iowan TV.
Be sure to head over to dailyiowan.com for all the latest headlines between Monday and Friday.
And if that isn't enough of the Daily Iowan for you, be sure to check out the print edition of the news on Stands Now.
For Daily Iowan TV, I'm Kaylin Cluck.
And I'm Becca Scadden. Have a great day, Iowa City.